So here we are this afternoon. This is Izod and Matilda. I went through their eggs today, and the 3 eggs that remained, one of them looked like it was infertile. 2 of the other ones had dead embryos, so she did lose a few to the freeze. The remaining baby, unhappily, seems to be developing a splay. I taped him up. She clearly untaped him. Do you see that one leg that sticks out? I don't know, he may straighten out. It's not terrible, and he's so teeny I can't tape him up yet. So, I put trace quantities of calcium in their water, which I can get away with for a few days. But if you do it for too long, the baby gets constipated, and then it would die if you did it for too long. So I can get away with it for 2 or 3 days, but hopefully that will be enough to tank it up and get those bones growing right. It's not splayed by much, but he's really young. So these 2 are just going to town. She's in the nest box already, and they're clearly lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey. So I checked on Hardy and Racine, and yes, their oldest chick is 3.5 weeks old, which is exactly the time that I'm finding, or about 25 days, which is exactly the age at which you have to remove the nest box or remove the mother or something to keep the parents from going back into breeding mode. I had kind of found her sitting in the box with the babies, not actually doing anything far too many times, because that's the indication that she's getting broody. So they are in the fledgling cage, and this is Breezy and Aquinas. Aquinas is kind of surprisingly small, considering he is Rainbow's son. Not even a grandson, not once removed. He's Rainbow and Aqua's last baby. He's kind of small, but he's also only 9.5, 10 months old, so he has a ways to go. Breezy, on the other hand, who gave me 3 beautiful babies with Bubba about a month, 5 weeks ago, is once again fat and prime for laying eggs. Unfortunately, I put Bubba and Gidget out in the big flight cage yesterday and didn't pull these guys out until today, so Breezy is back in love with Bubba and being stubborn as far as being stuck with Aquinas. It won't last, though. And I was a little worried what would happen because this Stratus had fallen for Breezy, and I was a little worried when I put her in here that he'd abandon Marine here, but he didn't. They stuck it. And she will give this up very soon because although she's not thrilled about him, she is thrilled about the nest box. So that's cool. So that's what I did. So what this is we are at the last pairs for the breeding season. Everybody has had one shot in here. Unfortunately, I have had out of 14, 15, 16 pairs, I have had 5 failures. In my book, a failure is a pair that brings up less than 2 chicks. So they're going to have to come back here and try again. 2 chicks is bare minimum. I need 2 chicks. So birds that will probably be back to try again will be Rainbow and Buster. I'll bring Izod and Matilda back after they're done with this one to get me a few more. These 2 gave me 1 chick, so they're already doing their redo. If it proves that Vistus proves to be infertile, and Luscious doesn't bring me any babies out of this, then I will bring her back for a redo with Limey, who I know is fertile. Who else? Oh, and Bubba and Gidget, who failed to bring any chicks because of the weather, the cold. So there will be, I think I have 4 or 5 redos out of my 16 pairs, which is not too bad, considering 3 of them were kind of doomed from the start because of the cold snap that froze all their embryos. So, and actually, Haverty and Lacey will probably be back unless we get a second chick out of that. They have 1 more egg that looks like it was fertile. If it hatches, then we get to call them done. If not, then I will bring them back. The other consideration with them is it has to be male. So, at least one of their chicks has to be male, or else they have to come back and do it again. So even if they gave me 2 females, they'd be back, because the females won't carry the lacewing gene. I have to get at least 1 male. On the other hand, if the one baby that they have turns out to be male, especially if he's not a Spangle like his dad, which is a 50-50 chance, I might just not have to bring them back. So we'll see. Like I took a little closer look at, this is Scruffy and Laurel, who are due to start hatching chicks pretty soon. And I took a little closer look at Laurel's eggs today, and they look solid. It may very well be that both these birds are quite fertile. So I'm kind of excited about that. So that's where we're at. Breeding season is going swimmingly. I still need to get chicks from... we have 6 eggs to hatch here with Sprite and Fluffy. 5 down here with, they're all inside because it's starting to get cold this afternoon. 5 down here with Remington and Razzle. 5 eggs in here with Scruffy and Luscious. No, Scruffy and Laurel. And then so we're still waiting for some hatch outs. And then we're waiting for eggs out of, Sparky and Lilith. I get Lilith and Laurel mixed up all the time. And we have 2 eggs down here, but nothing's going to hatch for a long time. And I have every confidence that these 2 are going to put this together. So yeah, but I'm pretty satisfied with the way things are going, you know. Looks like I finally broke out of my period of setbacks and troubles. So, yay!